Hi, I'm Mary Lane, co-author of The Zoomers, Our Next Generational Wave. Hi, I'm Mary Lane, co-author of The Zoomers, Our Next Generational Wave. Also, co-author of two other books on the multiple generations in the workplace. So today, I'd like to talk about our baby boomers. In the previous video, I introduced why generations are defined in the certain ages and years that they were born. So today we will talk about what used to be the largest generation in the workplace. But over the last 2 decades, those numbers have dwindled significantly. Our baby boomers were born post World War II and Great Depression. They were raised by the traditionalists who are albeit gone from the workplace. The years they were born were 1946 to 1964. And in those 18 years, there's two subsets of our boomers. Our earlier boomers, born up till about 1955, were definitely formed by a lot of volatility, both here in the U.S. as well as globally. We had the Cuban Missile Crisis. We had the war in Vietnam. And then here we had a lot of political crisis, civil rights activists and riots. Hi, I'm Mary Lane, co-author of The Zoomers, Our Next Generational Wave, and two other books on the multiple generations in the workplace. Today I'd like to talk about our baby boomers. Just 20 years ago, they were the largest generation in our workplace, but today those numbers have dwindled to less than 5%. This generation, similar to our millennials, have two subsets. In the 18 years that this generation is defined, the first 9 years is our older baby boomers. Those numbers are even smaller. This generation was defined by many global as well as U.S. events. Global events such as the Vietnam War and the Cuban Missile Crisis. And then we had protests around those, as well as we had a lot of civil rights issues going on and volatility. We had 3 major leaders assassinated. The brothers John F. Kennedy and Robert F. Kennedy, as well as Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., all assassinated within about a 5-year span. Our younger baby boomers, who are born up till about 1964, had a very different experience. We had political volatility, but it was happening on both sides of the parties. We had the very first president resign from office. And we had interest rates that were skyrocketing. So this generation had volatility in a different way. Food shortages, gas shortages, and a brand new disease called AIDS that nobody really knew about, but there was a lot of hysteria around. So our baby boomers are one generation, but had very different experiences. And if you know a baby boomer, it might be wise for you to seek maybe a co-mentorship relationship before they, like our traditionalists, are gone from the workplace. They share some similarities with our Gen Zs in the life and times of how they were raised. And even though technology wasn't necessarily the thing that ran business, the people ran business. And before they're gone, we can take what they learned and use it today in our workplace to make things a bit better. So that's about our baby boomer generation. If you want to learn more, please click the link below and get your copy of The Zoomers, Our Next Generational Wave.